Hey, my loves, it's Kaylin Rose, and I'm back with another verse of the day. And so today's verse of the day is coming from James chapter 1, verses 19, 20, and 22. And it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." So this message is conveying the point that you ever got into an argument and then when you sit back after everything's all said and done and you're calm, now you're like, man, I should have said this. I should have said that. This is why God says to become slow to anger and slow to speak, because you have time to think about what you really want to say to someone versus reacting. If you're listening to whatever someone has to say and you already thinking about what you're about to react and say back to it, that means you're not being slow to listen or slow to anger. Anger clouds your judgment. You say things you don't mean. But if you actually do the word, God says, don't really, what good is it to listen to everything a preacher or a teacher says if you never think to put it into practice? If you put it into practice, it's to benefit you. It's not just so it could go in one ear and out the other. If you're slow to become angry, if you're slow to speak, you could be more fluid in what you want to say to someone. You can be more intelligent. You can be perceived differently. Instead of a hothead, you're now looked at as wise because you didn't just blow up on somebody. You took time to think about what they were saying and have a response, not a reaction. And that's something that's very difficult to do. So this is why God says that you need Him. If you're quick to listen, you're able to hear someone out versus lash out as to what they say. Because maybe possibly there's some truth to it. And maybe sometimes there isn't. But it's important to at least listen. Sometimes people need you to listen than to be speaking without thinking. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed day and really understand that any words that are coming from the Bible are meant to be put into practice. It's not meant to just it's useless to meditate on these words day and night if you're not going to actually practice to be slow to anger when your mom yelling at you. Are you going to yell at her back, or are you just going to you got to be calm in situations. That's the test. Because you could say all day, I'm going to be slow to be angry, but when someone pops off at you, are you going to be able to just listen and not react?